The call no one wanted. Derry is quiet when episode 8 begins, the kind of quiet that makes your chest feel tight before anything even happens. Halloran, exhausted, broken, and terrified, walks toward Hanlon with a look that says one thing: I'm done. He's seen things no soldier should ever see. Bodies that don't look human anymore. Faces frozen in impossible expressions. And one particular shadow that refuses to leave his mind. The shape of a creature he thought he outran. I'm going to the military, he says, which is code for, I'm running away from Derry before it eats me alive. We know where he ends up, the Overlook Hotel, but episode 8 shows why he left the military, why he chose isolation over duty, why the burning halls of the Overlook felt safer than the quiet streets of Derry. Because once you've looked Pennywise in the eyes, normal life becomes a fantasy. The clown's return and his mockery. Then we see it, that horrible cart, the one that once belonged to Bob Gray, the human face Pennywise wore long before the world knew his true nature. But now it's back in the town square, and the song begins. Not a cheerful circus tune, but a war chant from a creature older than Earth's first cities. The song mocks the children watching him, mocks their fear, mocks the idea that they can escape. And then he says it. So long, losers. It's the first time in the show he uses that word the way Stephen King meant it, the name of the group destined to destroy him decades later, the word that binds each cycle of children together. It's not nostalgia, it's a threat. Pennywise isn't just hunting these kids, he's preparing the battlefield for the next generation. The mist and what hides inside it. Suddenly, across the town, a winter storm explodes into existence. Not a natural one. The snow falls sideways, like it's trying to bury the entire town in a single breath. And then the mist follows. Thick, heavy, alive. This isn't weather. This is Todash darkness, the same interdimensional void that connects King's multiverse, the place where creatures slip between worlds, the place Pennywise calls home. And inside this mist, the children see posters, missing faces, lost kids, and then Will Hanlon's. Exactly how Pennywise wants them to see it. A psychological knife twisted at the perfect angle. But the truth is clear. If Will dies here, the future collapses. Mike Hanlon, the future Losers Club historian, is still decades from being born. So the poster isn't a warning. It's bait. Deadlights in the gym. Then the episode gives us one of the most disturbing images in the entire show. The school gymnasium. Silent. Empty. Until the children enter. And then the room erupts in deadlights. Hundreds of floating bodies suspended in the air like dreams trapped in amber. The deadlights pulse like a heartbeat, a reminder that Pennywise doesn't just kill, he consumes. He stores. He feeds. And every face floating upward is a silent message. This is what you will become. The woman in the window. The show then cuts to a woman smiling through her window, but the smile is wrong. Too wide. Too calm. Too grateful. As if she's welcoming something. This moment reveals a truth the movies only hinted at. Derry is not just influenced by Pennywise, it has become addicted to him. When a creature feeds on fear long enough, the environment begins to reshape itself around its hunger. People lose their minds, slowly, quietly, until they begin to help the thing eating them. This is the cost of living in Derry, and it's why the Losers Club in the 1980s believed the town itself was alive. Shaw's return. The hunted man. Meanwhile, we see Shaw, the man whose choices have caused an earthquake of consequences. His betrayal in episode 7 wasn't just cruel, it painted a target on his soul, because Pennywise remembers him. And the look on Shaw's face when he realizes the storm is following them, that's not fear. That's recognition. He's remembering the clown he met as a child in 1908. He's remembering the voice in the darkness saying, "I've always wondered what you taste like." That line is still missing from the episodes, which means there's a very good chance Pennywise will say it to Shaw during the finale, right before the end. And if the mist has already reached him, the end is close. Rose and the memory from 1908. Inside the fleeing car, Rose's expression shifts from confusion to dread. Because she too remembers something. She remembers the clown. She remembers 1908. She remembers the day Bob Gray descended into something inhuman. When her eyes widen in the trailer, it's not fear of the storm. It's recognition of an old nightmare finally coming back to collect its debt. The question of who survives. As the pieces fall together, the episode builds to the ultimate question. Who makes it out of this cycle alive? We know the rules. Pennywise cannot die in 1962. The real Losers Club kills him decades later. Will must live. He needs to father Mike Hanlon. But everyone else? Fair game. And the show wants you to feel that uncertainty. The kids aren't safe. The town isn't safe. The timeline isn't safe. The only guarantee is that Pennywise will survive, and he will remember every child he meets. Why the show is moving backwards in time. Then comes the biggest twist hinted in the trailer. Season 2 won't go forward, it will go backward to the 1930s. Season 3 will go even deeper to 1908. Why? The creators said episode 8 will reveal the reason. So what could it be? Here are the 3 strongest theories. Theory 1. The key was never in the future, it was in the past. Something about Pennywise's origin didn't start in the 1960s. It started decades earlier, and every cycle reveals a larger truth. Theory 2. The ritual that trapped Pennywise was broken backwards, meaning the crack that freed him in 1962 began forming in 1930 and was born in 1908. Theory 3. A character we haven't met yet holds the answer. Someone from the past cycles might hold the knowledge that eventually reaches Mike Hanlon in the 1980s. Whatever the truth is, episode 8 promises one thing. Something happens in the finale that explains why the timeline must be explored in reverse. Before we dive deeper, let me ask you something. If you were trapped in this version of Derry, the snowstorm closing in, the mist swallowing streets, which choice would you make? Run into the woods? Hide in the gym? Try to escape across the Canadian border? Or follow the clown cart to see what's really inside? Let me know in the comments. I'm genuinely curious how many of you would choose the dangerous option. And for everyone watching closely, there's a hidden detail in the clown cart song that almost nobody noticed. I'll reveal it in a minute. Also, if you love deep breakdowns like this, consider subscribing. We have seasons 2 and 3 coming, and things are about to get wild.